Reallyfe We got Sunni Tha Rapper in the building.
Gang, gang.
H-Town in the building, man.
Yes.
Our cousins.
I know, right? Up the street kinfolk.
Up the street kinfolk. I gotta ask, what why are you in Dallas today? Random.
Doing it? All right. Well, it's not random.
Okay.
I feel like it was time and needed for me to get to Dallas. Y'all have so many dope platforms, mic drops, and just I feel like me personally, a lot more opportunities for artists to get themselves out there than Houston per se.
Mm-hmm.
So I plan to be here a lot more in general, just because I always get a great vibe every time I come here. Right. So, and there's a lot of people who know of me or like, even like play my music that I don't personally know, and I want to, get out there in the streets and what they say, rub shoulders and pat babies. Yeah.
That's hard. It's so crazy because before we went live, right, we played probably like 10 songs. Every song was a hit. Fire. Have you always been this good? Like, did it take time to get that good?
It definitely took time. I'm blessed enough to be one of those artists who did go through artist development. I came from I'm the only child, so I came from like my musical background started from like writing poetry, a lot of solitude, a lot of me being alone by myself and writing and expressing. And then it just gravitated into later on doing music with my friends, which gravitated to rapping, evolved into rapping. So from there, like I said, I was in a group. We grinded for a minute.
What was the name of that group?
It was called Blush Music.
Okay.
And we grinded for actually a little while, and then we ended up at a showcase once, and then Matthew Knowles ended up walking in on the showcase. It was on his property, but it wasn't like his showcase or anything. And he just so happened to walk in, and he just so happened to see us, and he ended up asking the people about us, and we ended up coming back, and it was like a whole back and forth thing for a couple of shows. He wanted to, I guess, see if we could implement the criticism, I guess, that he gave us. Later on down the line, I found out, and I guess we executed with A's. And he signed us. And his whole thing was that he really had went into retirement. But then he said we brought him out of retirement around that time. Because this was like 2016, 2017. So this was a little while ago. But he signed us. And I went through about a year and a half of artist development. He didn't immediately like put us out. We kind of went backwards for a second because we was like on a move. And then we got signed to him. And he was like, no, I want to put you out to development. So he was like, we were working out 5 days a week. We were in the gym 3 hours. We was rehearsing for 5 hours. And so we were together a lot every day, all day. We went through media training. We went through like a lot of different things. And I feel like I'm just so grateful because I think it helped me now as a solo artist on my solo journey. So, yeah, I'm grateful.
Okay, we got to slow this down just a little bit because you just said Matthew Knowles. She just said that shit like that was normal. What? How old were you when you got signed to Matthew Knowles? Was he trying to make another Destiny's Child? Keep it real.
Everyone says that. Everyone says
she laughing because she knows it's
because,
true.
No, he really, okay. Let me tell you what he used to introduce us as. He used to always be like, okay, I came in the game with the #1 female R&B group. I want to leave with the #1 female hip hop group. So my group, we had 2 rappers and a singer. Now, I will say the dynamic of the group was something never done before, but the vocalist that we had in the group reminded a lot of people of Beyonce. So, unfortunately, that did become like a little bit of a stigma. Like, is he but I didn't understand how they could think we recreated Destiny's Child with 2 rappers and a singer. You feel me? Yeah. Like, Kelly and Michelle wasn't rapping, they was singing. So, and when people did kind of try to say that, I knew that it was only because of the vocalist, and it was only because of her comparison to Beyonce. But for the most part, people gave us our credit. I mean, we worked really, really hard. Like, we traveled all over the world. This was like right before COVID. So this was right before like TikTok and the internet really was like how you got on. So we was really doing footwork. I mean, he had us like on a 30-city radio tour. We opened up for, I think it was 7th Street around that time. We did her tour. We did a couple other tours. So we were just out. He had us everywhere but Houston. Literally.
That's fire though.
Like everywhere but Houston. So I don't think he was trying to recreate a Destiny's Child. I think he really just wanted to do something different that he had never seen something like us before.
But do you think, because this is what typically happens, right? When you're successful, people doubt you that you can do it again. So you go even harder trying to create the next one.
Yes.
Did any of that residual happen in the group? Do you feel like he was on some like trying everything in his will to make y'all blow so he can kind of get back to that level of?
I mean, I'm sure it was a little bit of an ego thing. I'm sure,
Right.
you know, because I was around that time where people was trying to figure out him and his daughter's relationship. You know, which around that time, just like any father-daughter, they had their issues, which he had no problem with speaking on. But you know, when she got pregnant with the twins, their relationship really was mended, and it really brought the daddy back. She wanted her daddy a lot more back. So I feel like when we got signed to him, a little bit after that, you know, was when their relationship was mended. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like Beyonce was my sister. We talked about Beyonce every day. Beyonce and Solange, shit, the whole group. You know, like I know a lot of personal stories about them and a lot of personal achievements about them. And, you know, they were our motivation naturally. Because
so you never met them?
I've met Kelly and Michelle. Never personally met Beyonce, but we talked to her on the phone. So I guess it's kind of like, you know.
Because because the next question that I would have to ask is,
but we went to all the concerts. It was in the families and friends. And I ain't gonna lie, when she did the formation tour, I remember like she had blew a kiss at us and was like waving at us, and we was looking back like, is she looking at us? You feel me?
Right.
And then like later on, Matthew was like, yeah, I told you I was gonna be there. Da, 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 da. I'm looking at him like first, I'm like, this nigga lying. But I'm like, okay, maybe she was like, you know. But I'm like, you know what? It was kind of very direct. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To us. So I guess that was her little moment of acknowledging us, knowing who we were type thing. But it was, you know, like, I respected it. You know, it's Beyonce. Like, it doesn't matter who it is and who comes around. Your family, like, they protect her at all costs. I will say about that family, they're very protective of one another. You know, you might not see Matthew with her all the time, but, like, that whole family is very protective of them in general. And I really respect it because they figured it out, for sure.
But I ain't gonna lie, if I'm daddy, Beyonce, you gotta do a song, fam. Like you gotta do a song with my group. I'm sorry. Like,
look,
I'm your dad. Like, put the dad call in.
I'm sure he didn't want her to. I think that their relation, once he became her dad, like the business side of whatever he had going on was just whatever he had going on.
I get it. Now let me ask you about this. We're looking at pictures of Blush, right? And y'all.
Oh my God, y'all.
Yeah, we had to pull it up. Y'all do look like some superstars on here. Like
we were. People really looked at us as superstars.
So what was like the standout song? What was some of the songs from Blush that people might not know? Because I've never heard of Blush.
So we had this one song called Old School Back, and it was like our first real single that we put out. We really honestly didn't even get to put out that much music. I really feel like that was kind of the downfall because I feel like he was doing things a little on the old school route. So we was staying on one song for a very long time, pushing that one song, pushing the same, you know, performance, the same, everything was routine down to the T, down to what we said in interviews. Everything was very routine. But we had a song called Old School Back, and it was actually a remake of Lil' Kim's Crush on You. So that was like the song that people like got introduced to us as, I guess. And then we had another song called Cinderella, and it's so funny because randomly Mystical hopped on there.
Random? What you mean randomly?
Because we didn't know. It was like
you just looked up and this nigga's on the song. That's lit. Oh, because we're talking about Heyday Mystical, right? We're talking about
Mysticals.
Oh, man.
Like yes. So he popped up literally at the studio, and it was like, okay, he about to be on the song, and it was just crazy. But he was a real cool dude. So yeah, like we had a couple of songs. I feel like we literally disbanded right before, well, not disbanded, but didn't re-sign our contract with him right before our album was supposed to drop. So I feel like that was the disconnection with the music. We dropped a few singles with him, but we didn't get to drop our project with him. So we didn't have as much music out under him as like we did before. And then even before, they kind of deleted everything we did because it was like a whole big thing with the name, because it was like some Asian girls from yes, it was like some Asian girls from overseas who had the name Blush, even though we was Blush Music. But he wanted to drop the music and just call us Blush. So he had to do some stuff to get the name type shit, but he had to kind of like delete everything else we had. So it was just like a whole big thing with the name. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, well, what happened to the group?
So we got
like,
to the point.
Yo, I like her. That's my dog right here.
Because I'm trying to figure out my political answer.
Because when you try to do some bullshit, she gonna let me know the real.
I'm trying to think of a political answer here. Don't do me, okay? we got to the point where our contract was about to be revisited, right? And it was, I was like, I guess you could say the glue to the group. I was the middleman. I was literally the one who was mostly talking to Matthew a lot of the times when anything was happening. He would call me or whatever. Like I was the one going to get the checks for the groceries when he put us in the apartment. Like I was the one doing a lot of the work when it came to like the one-on-one with him. And both of the other two members had their own issues with him. And I feel like it was getting to the point where they really didn't know how to like maneuver forward without like something changing or something different happening. And he was not for it, period. Like point blank, period. He just really wasn't for it. I feel like he's one of those type of people where he's very much so set in his ways and like how he wants to do things and like just who he is in general, And I feel like I really remember one thing that Kelly Rowland had told us. She was like, the group is as strong as y'all's friendship together. You can be with whomever, but if the group isn't one, if the group isn't on one page, then like it doesn't matter. So me being who I was, I'm like, okay, what do y'all want to do? Because we have to be on one accord regardless of whatever, Matthew got going on.
Right.
So they were kind of like at the point where they was just feeling like we could do it on our own. Like, I will say he had a heavy cloud over him around this time in the media. You feel me? Like
the everybody allegations and all of that.
Everybody's finding out about the new kids. Right, you know what I'm saying? They trying to say he was, still was on the shit with Beyonce. I mean, with the stealing money, but even though that's really not what happened.
You can't steal no money.
Right,
exactly.
Give
me some of that.
Yeah. But people was really like.
Let me get that.
They was really tearing him down. Leandria, the gospel lady, came out with the allegations. It was just like one thing after the next after the next.
Did that, keep it real though, when you hear these things and you're attached to them, right? The first thing you got to think is he gonna steal from us? Did that ever come in y'all mind? I
never was worried about him stealing, but what I do know that we made a mistake on that. We were so young, when we signed that contract that we didn't realize that we signed with him for management and a label, and you never do that.
Why? Educate us why.
Because your manager is that middleman for you in the label. They are the person who's going to want and do whatever is best for you, is best in your favor as the artist. When your manager is the label, they're going to always do what's best for the label. It's not any type of, it's no favor. It's not in your favor. Period.
Damn.
And on top of that, they're getting double money. You feel me? So it's like, we didn't really understand that. And 360s was big back then. You feel me? Like, this was right before COVID. So people was still, it was low-key like a 360 deal with the management deal. So it was just like, no one should ever do that. Never do management with the label deal. That's just not good for anybody in that predicament. So we did that, and that was really, I feel like, a downfall for us that we had to figure out and learn. But learning and being up under him, I will say we really learned a lot. I was like a sponge. I soaked up a lot of things that he said. I understood a lot more about the industry, being under him, understanding how it works, understanding the work ethic, understanding that being on time is late. As a woman, how important is your branding, your imaging, how important it is just practicing failures, practicing mistakes, having backup plans, backup wardrobe. I mean, literally from everything of preparation to really be great and to really be at that type of level that I know I want to be at. It takes a lot of other things outside of just being an artist, like, getting on stage and doing whatever, like, it's a lot more. And he taught us that, and he also taught us how important it is to ride that line of being like cocky and confident, but you never cross you never cross too much to the left and you never cross too much to the right. It's like you have to really ride that line in the middle of being like cocky but confident. You feel me? Because you never want to be too much. You never want to be too cocky. You never want to be too confident. It's like literally a line that you ride. So all of these things I think about in my day and age of like being a solo artist. And I'm thinking about like all the, like just everything that I've been through. It's just crazy to me because I do sometimes sucks because sometimes his voice be in my head and I ain't seen this nigga since 2020. And I'm like, his voice be in my head sometimes. Like, damn, like.
And now, to be fair, it sounds like you got $1 million worth of game from him. Now, in retrospect, when you look back at it, do you feel that was actually a good thing to go through that? Because a lot of people never go through. A lot of people just put a song out and just blow up and then have to deal with it backwards. But you actually got a red shirt and go around the world and do tours and stuff like that. Do you think that it was worth it all in the end?
Hell yeah, I think it was worth it. Of course, anybody would be sad if a vision that they had. I started the group. You feel me? Like that was something that I started. That was something that since I was young that I wanted to do. So to see it not happening the way like I personally wanted it to happen and not make it with the people that I started music with, it was sad for me. It was very, very, like it was like a divorce, like a relationship. It was very sad. But I thought about everything that worked me up to get to this point for now as Sunni Tha Rapper, as a solo artist. And it's like, damn, I really understand why I bring the aura that I bring when I walk in a room and the energy that I bring on stage. And people want to know like how as an independent artist I'm able to sustain my life. Like I get paid for everything that I do, even though the world don't know who I am. People see me, they might see me perform, they might see me host, they see something in me and they want to pay because they know I have something of value to give. And every artist can't do that without like a viral song. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm appreciative of that, and I feel like my background and my upbringing into the music industry allowed me to have professionalism in any situation that I have. I am literally like, I have been through all type of crazy ass shit on stage and have figured it out. You know what I mean? Like, you're not getting no embarrassing ass moment out of me. Like, I'm too prepared. You feel me? So I'm appreciative. I think I needed to go through all of that to get to where I'm at right now.
Why rap?
I was in love with poetry. Tupac and Lauryn Hill was my favorite artist growing up. My mama listened to the Fugees a lot. She listened to my family from the West Coast. So like, I grew up listening to a lot of like Tupac. My mama loved Nate Dogg, Snoop Dogg, all that. So that had a big influence on me. But me being raised from Texas, I listened to Texas music. But like my aura always still gave Cali. Like when I walk in a room even when I'm in Houston, I was at Raw Sushi the other day and this boy came up to me. I was waiting for the lady to seat us, and he was like, yo, you're obviously, he's like, where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from here, I'm from us. He said, no, I thought you was gonna say New York or Cali. And I'm like, no, I'm from here. Like, and I get that all the time in my city. I go places and people do not believe that I'm from Texas. And I'm like, no, I'm from Texas. But it's just that aura about me. It's my upbringing and, my mama. So, yeah. Rap was just in me. I don't know. It's just in me. Like
So I DJ and I heard your music like maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And I'm like, this girl is amazing. What? This song needs numbers. Are you like, and
we're almost at 1 million streams for mine from Texas.
Yeah.
For 2 of my songs. It's a slow build up, but it's going,
but I've been rocking it for a while. Like I play it. I'm like, I'm gonna play her music. I
appreciate that.
Are you currently working on any other like upcoming like projects or working with any other artists?
Yes, for sure. So I just did a song. It's called Give It Up. And it's featuring Rolly. From Baddies.
Baddies, yeah.
Yes, and that's my girl. Like, shout out to her. She really is a real one. I know that being a baddie is not as easy as I think people feel like it is. I know they get on there and I know they fight and they make their money, but like, they're still humans. They're still women and they go through a lot. And Rolly is one of those people where she really like showed me like there is genuineness in people, like she genuinely just fucked with my music, fucked with my vibe as a person and was like, I want to like, and it's hard as a up and coming independent artist when you have people at a certain caliber or who look at themselves at a certain caliber or even the internet looks at them at a certain caliber. They don't like to reach their hand down if they don't feel like it's of an equal value. And that wasn't even a question in her head. She just saw talent. And she appreciated the talent. And she appreciated my vibe. of her being with me, you know, that first couple days of us really being together. And she just genuinely was like, I want to do a song with you. And she didn't have to do that. You feel me? And she did it. And the song was like a great song. Like, and at the time, I feel like I got one of the best diss verses of reality TV because she was mad at Natalie at the time. So her whole verse is just, you know, about Natalie. So naturally, you know, TikTok ate it up. They ate it up because it's just like, oh shit. And she's really rapping and she has a great rapping voice. And I'm just appreciative of that. And we actually have another song that we recorded that we're gonna be releasing soon. It's called Mrs. Can't Be Fucked With, because we can't be fucked with. And she's like one of my favorite features that I've done so far. I also have a song coming with one of my favorite rappers that I grew up with. I'm still in awe that like I'm even doing this, but Zero, shout out to him.
Oh yeah, shout out Zero.
He is literally
Super lit.
I'm from the Mo. I'm from Mo City.
Oh, okay.
So this is like just a full circle moment. I literally been jamming this man since like 7th grade.
Yeah.
6th grade. Like, you know, so to like get to this point in my career for him to know who I am, for him to like even be the one to be like, let's do it. Like, it was just crazy to me. Legendary. You know, like very legendary. I'm still in awe about it. I'm baffled. But yeah, so we got that song coming soon. And I got a couple other features in the works, you know. Lexi from, I'm first of all a reality star girls, but Lexi go.
Yeah.
We're working on a track together too right now, you know. I don't know if y'all know who Pap Chanel is.
Yes, absolutely.
She just got
fire.
She is
She's
fire.
fire.
I love her. She just sent me her verse back. We're doing a PPP remix. So y'all the first to hear about that. Actually, I'm doing a PPP remix.
Okay.
I actually want to do a she mix. So I'm going to do actually 2 versions. I did a competition. I did a PPP challenge. And the winner, they're going to be on the remix. But I'm doing like 3 different remixes. And it's all girls. And I'm announced the other 2. So it'll be a whole thing. Yes. So that's just to name some few, you know, features.
I gotta ask you about this because I was thinking about this, right? Mm-hmm. You were with Matthew Knowles, so you're talking about the top of the top.
Yes, people always remind me this. That's why I don't take bullshit when it comes to like business. Right. Because if I could do it for myself, baby, you ain't gotta be here. Like.
So my question was about the process of starting over and becoming a solo artist by yourself. Do you have management? Was it like you just had to start from scratch and just use the knowledge that you gained from just being under him, or how was the process?
Oh, it was a breakdown process, man. Like I felt like, I ain't gonna lie, I was at rock bottom for a second. Luckily, right when we split, COVID happened from him. COVID happened. And it allowed me a moment to sit in my thoughts, unfortunately, even though if I didn't want. I was so used to I've been busy. Literally, I've been busy since like I've started music and been in school. I've had like one of those just busy's life where I'm just from the next thing to the next thing to the next thing to the point where I never really had an opportunity to just sit into my thoughts. When COVID happened, I was forced to sit into my thoughts because nothing was happening. Like we couldn't go nowhere, couldn't do nothing. So I realized where I felt like I didn't know what to do, what we were about to do, you know, because at the time, although we left as a group, we became a duo. The third one, she fell off. Like she wasn't mentally strong enough, I don't think, to handle like independence, like being an independent artist. Because she came in as a replacement from our first group member, and all she knew was being signed to a label. So
we ain't just gonna let you slide past the replacement now. What happened to where you had to replace somebody?
We had a real Destiny Child moment. We had a whole group replacement, everything. Like it was a real
shit. Nigga, you didn't slide past me. What did this motherfucker do, bro?
Bro, so the first girl that we started music with, me and the other rapper and the other singer.
And these are childhood friends, or these are?
She was my childhood friend. Me tough. And her had been knowing each other since we were 11 years old.
Brown, this bitch, huh?
I know. We were like this. And she did end up having a child.
Okay.
Like right, I think Braylon was 3 when we got signed. Her name, her little girl.
Oh, okay, because my son's name is Braylon, so that fucked me up.
No, Raylan.
Raylan,
so
okay. I was about to say
she was actually about to be 5 when we got signed, because she had her very young. So she was about to be 5, and it was like at that pivotal moment where she was getting ready to start school. we wasn't really seeing money when we got signed just yet. So it was like a very weird time where she had to figure out what she wanted to do and be the best mother that she could be. And she was literally, and I put this on everything, she harder than me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, she rapped so fucking good. Like, her mind and what she thought about was just different. She was so talented. And it hurts me to this day because I know where she could have went. But it also is mad respect because she put her child first. Facts. And I just, I don't know what it feels like. I don't have a child. I don't have someone who wakes up and looks at me every day for everything. I don't know what that feels like. So I couldn't be upset with her for the decision that she made because I don't have a child. I don't know what that feels like. So she had to, in her mind, she had to make a decision, and she just felt like she didn't want to be one foot in and one foot out. She just wanted to completely just walk away. So she walked away, and we had to do a whole big replacement thing. We thought about doing like this audition thing on the internet. We had put it on Instagram and stuff. But Matthew was like, well, do y'all want to do that? Or do y'all want to just try to like sniff through and kind of see like who y'all like and da-da-da-da. So we had a couple people bring a couple people to our attention. And then we ended up finding, her name was Bunny Ray at the time in the group. We ended up finding Bunny on social media too. And she just had this little bubbliness about her, this bounce about her. She was shorter than us. We kind of was all on the same level. It was like a perfect fit the first time, but we figured it out with her. She always had to wear heels, and she wore 2 buns that made her lift a little higher. So we became even from there. Like, cause you know, Matthew was big on what it overall looks like in every single thing, like whatever we're doing. So yeah, she came into the group and she really just like meshed. In the beginning, we were writing for her, but then she eventually got to the point where she started writing for herself. So that's how she got in the group. That was with the whole, yeah.
Now, usually when we hear about group dynamics, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just use 3LW for an example. When they kick one person out, the new person come in, and it's like it's already cliquish, right? Because these two people have been through the trenches.
We definitely had that issue. I'm gonna be honest. We had that issue. She felt a lot of times alone. And now looking back, because she was there for everything. She was here for everything. She knows everything, you know, down to the T. She had to hear about all the drama. She was there for all the drama. So, but I'm glad that we're all friends again. But so yeah, she definitely did. And me looking back, you know, at the situation, I understand now how she felt. I do feel like back then I was very nonchalant about it. I really honestly didn't pay too much attention into it. I probably was reserved. I probably was a little bit more harder to guard it. Just harder to get into it when it came to her. And her and the singer grew a closer relationship because she was with her, developing her a lot. So she was there helping her write, helping her do this, helping her learn the moves, extra overtime. So they had a little bit more of a relationship than me, but she wanted that relationship with me. You feel me? And I kind of like was stiff arming a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On top of me and the ex-member were still friends and very close. And I even tried to play Kumbaya and have everybody be of one. We had a sleepover a couple times. We did game nights. It was drama that ended every single time. And I used to be in awe because I didn't never know what happened. Like, what happened? We was just playing a game. They said, no, she in the restroom, call her boyfriend. She want to leave. I'm like, what happened? What did I miss?
I feel like we can do this nonverbal, like y'all do some nonverbal shit where it's like it get real catty.
Yeah, and it was getting catty. Like, and then we taking edibles, we high, we got all type of other shit going on. You know how niggas get when they get high, they get weird sometimes. People get silent, and then you don't know how to take what somebody's saying. It was just a lot of that type of things going on because, you know, my old member, the one who was in the group, she wasn't trying to not like her, nothing like that, but you know, she was just trying to understand the dynamic and understand like what she was trying to say. And she really wasn't as like the one with the new girl. She wasn't as friendly to her. So the old girl, she a Leo. So it's like, girl, if you not fucking with me, I ain't fucking with you. So it was like, you know, it was like one of them situations where I'm just here. At this point, she was just there for me. You feel me? She like, girl, I'm saying I'm doing this for you. Like, you know, so it was weird, but I don't know. I do feel bad because now that I look back on it, I know I was a little bit hard. And we did have that dynamic where she did feel alone sometimes, you know? And she was a little younger than us. So it was like, you know, she was a little more needier than us, you know? And I didn't know, I'm the only child. I never had to like...
Your sister, big sister.
I mean, yeah, me and the other group member, we were like sisters, but we were on the same level to a certain extent where like we had some independency about ourselves. My other group member, she had been not on her own, but she been in survival mode for a minute, you know, like she knew what it was like to grind and to be in the street and to hustle and things like that versus our new group member, she came in, she was the baby of 5. She was very protected in the family. She hadn't experienced a lot of things in life. So it was different. It was a different dynamic for me. And I didn't really know in the beginning how to really deal with that. You feel me? But I knew that she always knew she could count on me. She always knew I was loyal and she knew she could count on me. And I feel like that was good enough at the time. That's what I'm thinking. Like, girl, as long as you know that you could count on me, as long as you know you could pick up the phone, whatever the case, whatever you need. I felt like that was good enough, but I know she still needed that emotional connection, you know? But 2026, we're cool, we're friends. We're building a whole new type of bond and friendship now. So it just was timing.
How does your confidence show up in your music and who you are and your creative world?
So everything about all my music is very empowering. You know, they call me the HBIC because of how I handle my business. Yeah, as y'all hear about like my professionalism and things like that. Like I am the head bitch in charge in my career. I am the narrator to my life. You feel me? And once I became my solo artist self, I think that's when I really stepped into that realm, you know? Like I was, like I said, the mother figure kind of in the group, and I was who handled a lot of the business things in the group, but I didn't really have to push to the front too much. Like I kind of stayed in my position. I didn't really do too much. So when I became a solo artist, it was like, bitch, everything is on you. I mean, down to everything, down to the creativeness, down to what you gonna wear, down to how you gonna move on stage, like everything. And I was used to doing that with someone my entire career. You know, like me and the singer that was in the group, we had been knowing each other since, you know, teenagers. We started music together as teenagers. So every single thing we did was together. We practiced in the garage with broomsticks together. You know what I'm saying? So me being a solo artist, it was like a whole new world where I was like, whoa, like what am I about to do? But I knew that I was a boss bitch. And I knew I had something I was trying to accomplish and I wasn't about to let nobody get in the way of it. And literally the moment I unlocked that, the music just flowed. Like I remember my girlfriend at the time, she was with me transitioning from being in a duo to being solo. Like really from being, she's really seen me throughout my whole career, but we didn't really know each other when I was in the group. We just knew of each other. So she's seen my whole career pretty much. And I remember I went to LA to record my first solo song. My first 2 songs I ever recorded, I recorded in LA. And she said the whole time, she wanted to hear the song before I recorded it. And I was like, no, I'm super shy when it comes to my music. Like now I'm a little better, for sure. I'm way better. But then nobody can hear nothing until it's done. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no opinions. I don't want nobody in my ear. I just want to lay down what I hear. So she come from a musical background. She produces. She used to be a singer. She writes. So she's like, girl, let me help you. You know, I'm like, no. So when she first heard the first 2 songs, she was like, literally, bitch, I was holding my breath because I was like, what are you about to make? Because the music that I made in the group, people used to, let me describe. Somebody, B King, he told us, he said, y'all make ratchet Disney music.
Ratchet Disney.
That's literally what he told us. He
was like a fire ass.
He was like, y'all like a ratchet Disney, you know? And he was like very kind of invested in us for a second when he when we became cool and he was around us for a little second. He was invested because he was just like, you know, y'all are very talented. He said, I just think it's the music that y'all making. It's like not connecting because it's almost Disney, but it's a little ratchet. That's when he was like, y'all like ratchet Disney. Like, y'all gotta pick a side. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we was like, bro, I didn't even, like when I first started rapping, I didn't even curse. That's how, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how much of a difference it is right now. So I understood what he was saying now, you know, but that's just a visual to give you of how different Sunni Tha Rapper is from Sunni in Blush music. So everybody was confused, like, what? Like, you know? But they loved it because I was grown up a little bit more. I had been experienced a lot more. And now I'm in control of my life. So now I can exude what I need to exude through my music because now I'm talking to myself, honestly. Like my first song was called Look Good because I was the one in the group who got the most slack about my weight. He used to be on me about my weight to the point where it was uncomfortable. I used to go into the office and he used to make me twirl. He used to be like, twirl, to move around. He tried to see like if I lost weight, but he'll be like, "Don't lose your ass." Like literally, like, and I'm feeling like a. I ain't gonna lie.
Do you like that kind of realness?
I didn't understand the realness then because of my enclosedness about like my body. I was the tomboy. I used to wear braids with a cap to the back, baggy jeans, kind of like these, but like I wasn't revealing for real because I wasn't comfortable with my body. You know what I'm saying? And he was the first person to kind of tell me like, that's when it first came out that I was even gay. Like I was talking to a nigga, but like I was really gay. You feel me? And he was like, "Are you gay? Just say you gay." Like, like, and then we found out, he was like, "This is perfect. We can market to the LGBT community." Like he was so excited. I remember this day like it was yesterday because we were practicing poses for a commercial that they had booked us for. And he could tell, he was throwing words out there. He was like, he was like, fierce, fierce. And then he was like, sexy, give sexy. So when it got to me, he was looking like, he was like, "Is being sexy uncomfortable for you?" Calling me out in front of everybody. Yeah. And I'm like, kinda, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, "Well, why?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it the fuck out." You feel me? And so that's when the conversation comes about. Then that's when he's like, "Okay, if you're gay, just say you're gay." Like, you know? So it was like a whole big thing. And I understood where he was coming from. I understood later. It still made me uncomfortable. I grew out of it. And I'm so glad because the HBIC is just like it just exploded through me. And I was like, "Bitch, I know what to do now. Let's go."
Who cheats more, straight women or gay women?
That's a hard one. I ain't gonna lie. That's a hard one. Cause these lesbians is crazy out here. Like they swap and spit and all type of shit. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie. That is such a hard one.
There it is. Yeah.
I think it might be the lesbians. I ain't gonna lie. I think it might be the lesbians. I think they might cheat more than straight women.
That's crazy.
Cause they're not afraid of like getting pregnant or like it's like a ooh, you know what I'm saying? I can have a little
If a girl cheated on you with a dude, would you feel offended?
Hell yeah, I feel offended. But you know, it depends on what my relationship is and what's going on in that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really big on forgiving people if you talk to me and communicate, because a lot of people don't understand like it's 2026 and every relationship isn't traditional anymore.
That's a fact.
And I think that we're like stuck in that. And I know as much as we want it to be that, it's not that. Everybody got different trauma and raisings and things that they just are still working through as adults. And it doesn't mean they're like a horrible person or a bad person. It doesn't mean that they're not fit to be with you. It might just mean they're still going through a walking journey in their life. And you might be in the passing or you might stick it out to the end. I mean, come on. Beyonce or Jay-Z is to me, the number one model of sticking it through. You feel me? Like, we know Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce, but we know Beyonce stuck it through and she figured it out because she knew he was going to get to the man.
Money on.
Maybe the money on, but I think she knew he was going to get to the man she needed him to get to.
If you was married to a billionaire, like what type of shit?
He wasn't a billionaire yet, though.
I'm just saying, if you was married to a billionaire, what would you put up with? Like, how much shit?
She's a billionaire, so it's like, bitch, a billionaire to me, I don't need you.
Yeah. Hold on, wait, what? Because women don't like to date niggas that make less than them. So it ain't like that. You just got a huge pool.
Yeah, but there's some people out there behind the scenes that make just as much money as Jay-Z.
But are they lit?
If not more.
They got a #1 album now.
You're right. But I do feel like, I don't think she necessarily needed him, but I do feel like she got with him at such a young age that it was a diehard connection that was just too hard probably for her to disconnect from. Because she only knew 2 men damn near in her life. You feel me? Like, that we know of. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That one nigga got to be sick. The one they always put up, the yellow light-skinned nigga that be like, he fumbled Beyonce.
I mean, oh my God.
That shit be killing me, bro.
I know he is just sick to his...
That boy sick.
I mean, he's literally a laughing meme of the world.
That nigga's a laughing meme, bro.
Like...
That's crazy. Now, this is what I want to know, right? Because, again... I want to give you your flowers for just being one of the hardest artists that came through and played music. God damn. I want to know, how do you go from tomboy to that thing thinking? Like, that's a huge 180.
I know, because although I was a tomboy, I always was still feminine and girly within myself. Woman. I was still twerking in the house with my friends. I still was sending naked pictures and doing all of that. All of that shit was still happening, just on a very private level. I was very private. Okay. And my mom is very traditional. I was raised in the church. So a lot of things, it took a lot out of me to even do. And I started getting more and more grown and realized, this is my life, not my mama's life. I can do what I want to do.
Right.
But my mom is I'm the only child, and she's a single mother, and she raised me. We're best friends. So her opinion always mattered to me.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? And it was hard for her to see me in that light, but once she realized and understood who just like Sunni Tha Rapper was, and then like who I am, and realized that it was like a job, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was cool with it. She was just like, you know, it got to the point where she would just be like, if she did see a twerking video, she'd be like, you getting some money for that video? Cause you need to be getting some money for that video.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's the first, my mom was straight to the bag every time. Yeah. If I tell her I'm about to go do anything, she says, is there money involved? My mama don't like me going nowhere if it ain't no money involved. She don't give a fuck. She said, you need to be sleep, resting, beauty resting. If it ain't got nothing to do with no money, don't go. Like, or don't do it. So like, but as I grew, our dynamic got stronger, and I got more free with just who I was. And she accepted me, and I was cool after that. Like, all right, babe. So that's how I went from that to that. And it was just like,
I gotta ask this, man, because it's something I'm thinking about.
What?
Is it ego keeping you from just going back to Matthew Knowles? Because, bro, your music with him now, that sounds like a layup.
I don't think that it's ego. I think that he is at a state where he don't really know what's going. I don't think he understands how this industry is working right now. Oh. And that was the biggest thing when we were signed to him. He was catching on because he was getting like people working for him, and he had interns that were a little younger, and they was trying to put him on to the way, because we was just getting into the digital streaming was taking over.
Right.
So, and then of course, like, you know, and then Instagram, everything was becoming via social media now. And I think that he was still doing a lot of things the traditional way.
So you don't think he's the one that could take you to the next level?
Not necessarily. I don't think in 2026. No, I don't. Because...
So who do you look at as like a manager? Like, what manager would be ideal for you? I'm just curious.
I know. So I feel like managers now in this realm of where music is, of course, it's someone who's very well connected, resource wise, but it's also a passionate, hard working motherfucker. You gotta really put yourself in rooms and put your artists out there and really go out on a limb for your artists. Like, you gotta turn people into a believer. Because if your artists don't have a viral song, nobody gives a fuck. Let's just be real. Like, nobody gives a fuck. Because I got on the back end, my numbers are great. You feel me? Like, I got almost 50K monthly listeners. I got a couple songs that almost at 1 million. So like, for an independent artist, I'm doing great. But when the social media and the numbers aren't quite like what they feel like you need to be, they don't feel like it's as of value for them to come into play and to really do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have people, now don't get me twisted, because I've had people along my career who has helped me. I'm grateful for the people who have came along in my career to help me, the people that I've met, down to even influencers, and you know what I'm saying, who just believe in me and just fuck with me and see the talent. But when you get in those higher ups, it's not about them. It's a numbers game with them, and it's a money game. And it's a who in the room. Like, if my manager is in the room with other managers, they all in there trying to see how they can help one another. But it has to be of value to each other. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't bringing no value to the table, sometimes it's kind of like your artist gets looked over. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, but you gotta have that outside of the box mindset. I think you need to be, I call it the Beyonce effect. Excuse me, like I said, I've been under.
Shout out B.
She's 5 years ahead of the internet because she has people on her team she specifically pays to figure out how she can be the trend, not follow the trend. So she's already thinking like, how can I start something? I don't want to be the follower. I want to start it. I want to be that person who has the people. So when you have a mindset like that, it's like, it just takes you somewhere differently, you know? And your manager has to think, it's like, how can you be what is it someone else, what can we do that nobody else is doing? How can we market this that nobody else is marketing? How can we start a trend that we haven't seen yet? Like, them is the type of questions that I need a manager to be thinking about. Not, oh, how can we ride this wave? Or how can we do this trend? Or how can we pay? Like, it's like that type of thinking. Yeah, you do all of that in between too. You know what I'm saying? You do all of that in between too. But it's like innovative thinking that you have to do for an artist.
So are you because how we got you hit me direct, and that's how we're here. So are you managing yourself?
No.
Oh, okay.
So I have a road manager. She's not here. It's by Breezy. And then we have YLA who's here.
YLA, shout out YLA.
Overseeing me right now. We're working together. So I say it's like it takes a village. You know what I mean? But I am working on, I'm trying out and seeking management and seeing what, I'm seeing. I gotta see. I'm big on, even Matthew told us, anybody who want to work for you, they're going to show you what they can do before they work for you. If they believe in you.
If they know.
You feel me? If they don't believe in you, they just going to immediately come at you for what it is that they can get out of you. You know what I'm saying? But if they believe in you, they're going to show you something first. And I've been standing on that ever since. I done went through a few people, but I don't care because I know it's going to work out when it's supposed to work out.
As an artist, 3 words that describe your rap style.
3 words okay. So I definitely feel like I know I said empowerment because I got body empowerment is big for me. Because I just believe women need to just love themselves however they are. And then I also feel like what else? What's another word that I would? Because I be trying to switch it up every time. I need to stick with the same shit. But okay. Right, I know. I do feel like it's liberating. My music is liberating, very liberating to a lot of people because I have a community. Although I am the HBIC, I have HBICs, and they always tell me how they come around me and how they just feel this stress relief off of them. When they listen to my music, they just feel this stress relief. They just want to have fun. They're in the moment. They're just present in life for a second. You know what I mean? And that's something that I'm really big on. So liberating for sure. And then what else? I would say a little ratchet. We're gonna go with ratchet. Ratchet, liberating, empowerment. I mean, hey, that is like what we live by in the world.
Acceptance.
Yes.
Are there any other like rap styles that you are wanting to get into other than the normal like hip hop, ratchet?
I ain't gonna lie, I want to try it all. Like I want to do a house song. I want to do a rock song.
Yeah.
I have this rock artist. His name is Lionheart. I forgot what he's from. I think he's from LA. You know what I'm saying? I know, right?
What's the artist name?
Lionheart. It's a white guy. Anyway, it's a rock artist. We're supposed to be doing a song together real soon. I want to do a country song. Now I will say all of the genres that I want to, reach out, go out of, I do want to first do a song with someone that's in that genre first, and respect and understand it, and then go on about my business and do it. Even K-pop, I want to do some K-pop. I literally just love music, and anything that makes me feel good, that gets me going, I respect it and I love it. And I be wanting to I be listening, trying to see how I can recreate that vibe. Some music just give you a vibe that you just can't. I think that's why Drake has been on top for so long. I listen to his songs, and you could have sworn me and him been through the same shit. I ain't been on Peach Street. I don't even know what you call it. But I'm singing my heart out and rapping that shit like it's me because it just gave me a feeling that I just relate to. And I understand, and that's my biggest thing. Although I might not make, I don't really make relationship type music,
That's okay.
But I do want to eventually go into that. I think that I'm at a point in my life now where I could actually talk about some of the stuff that I've been through in a relationship. I'm just not a sad bitch. And I've been through some sad shit. And I don't really like talking about it on that level. But I know that I'm at that point in my career where people do need to see that side of me. Like I've shown y'all, you know, this lit, turned, confident bitch for a lot of years now. So I'm like, all right, maybe it's time I give the vulnerable Sunny. Because the most vulnerableness you get from me is freestyles. Like in freestyles, I get a little vulnerable. I've done vulnerable freestyles before, but songs, no, because I personally always think about how I am going to be on stage. I'm trying to turn it, I'm trying to live damn near trying to crowd surf. Now, how I'm going to do that with a sad song? But it's doable because you got people like NBA Youngboy and Ellie Chopper. The shit they be talking about low-key be sad and suicidal and they be jumping up and down on stage. You feel me? They figured it out. So I'm like, nah, bro, you just got to figure out how to get creative with it, you know? So
who's your dream artist to collab with?
It's just one. I got to pick one.
No. You don't have to pick one.
Okay, so definitely we know Drake is one. And we know Megan Thee Stallion. So that's my girl. Shout out to Megan. And which I'm blessed to be able to even like call her a friend right now. Shout out to her because she's been a real ass bitch from the moment that we met each other behind the scenes for me. She's just really been like a light in my life. So I'm speaking that collab into existence. Who else? This year. Yes. So we got Drake, we got Megan. Another dream collab would be Doja Cat. I really love Doja Cat. Yeah. And Cardi. I love Cardi. Me and Cardi have the exact same birthday. We literally damn near. So I be watching her and I be just knowing and understanding exactly where she's coming from all the time in situations. I swear that's my twin. That's my twin. She just a little more bolder than me with her person. She shows her personality more. Like that side of that people see of Cardi, my friends mostly see of that of me. Like the world don't really see that. But she a real ass bitch and I fuck with her.
Women have been running the rap game for a while now.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because we have fun more with music and we give, I think, more versatile topics. I mean, as much as they want to say we just talk about it, but that's a lie. Like, it's too many women out here in the female rap game, even though they might not be in the media all the time. But, you know, you got your Lady London, your Rhapsody, your Tierra Wax. You got all these other Doja. You got all these different type of artists who talk about way other shit than their vagina. You feel me? So that's an excuse. But they're giving you vibes. They're giving you looks. They're giving you movies damn near. And they're just giving you so much more to the art of the music, I feel like, than men sometimes do. You know, and I mean, it's easier. And even though we run the game, let's just be clear. It's still a male-dominated industry. Behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. Women, we're considered on the forefront because they just make more money off of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, you book, 9 times out of 10, you book female artists for certain stuff. You know, you got the ladies. You know, even with guys, you'll get the ladies, but like, we're going to bring a show. We're going to bring that energy. You know, you're going to get your money back, period. You know? So, you're going to get your money's worth, you know? Sure. But yeah. I feel like that's why we running it. Is yellow your favorite color? Yes, yellow is my favorite color. It's my brand. I'm sunny, the sun. I'm bright when I walk in. My smile is bright. My energy is bright. All of that.
Yeah. You know, I'm just going through a couple of your videos. You do thirst trap a lot.
I think we all do.
I'm just saying, I know I get it. But, I mean, how has thirst trapping helped your male audience?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
You don't fuck with us, but it's cool.
No. It's not that it's clearly not that I never fucked with y'all. You know, I've had boyfriends, you know. Well, 2. But I think that thirst trapping, I mean, I don't post a picture to be like, yeah, I'm about to get all the niggas in my D, all of my, no. I don't do that. Let me put it like this. Let me tell you what, we're going back to Matthew because he's in my head right now.
All right,
Let me tell you what he said. As a female artist, every nigga has to want to fuck you and every woman has to want to be you. And you have to portray that at all times. Beyonce stayed giving us sexy, stayed giving us looks. Some stuff, now that I look back on it, I'm like, damn, Beyonce, you did that, bitch. You was naked right there. Like, you know? Because we look at her in such a wholesome light that you sit there and you look back at certain stuff and you can't even believe she did that. But she understood. Niggas gotta want to fuck you and women gotta want to be you. A woman will see a badass bitch in a badass outfit. She'll look good as fuck. You feel me? And they gon', it's just like a reaction to a man. They gonna want to know. They gonna go to the girl. Who the fuck is this? I find myself doing that. I scroll across certain bitches on Instagram. Fuck this bitch, a bad bitch. Click on her page. I'm looking at all the motherfucking pictures.
Now keep it real. Do you immediately go to the bio and go to see if she got a link?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't go to their link to see if they got an OnlyFans because I want to subscribe. I do that when I go to a certain person's Instagram and I can't tell what they do.
Right.
When I can't tell what you do,
and you just
but you got all these thirst traps, I immediately go to your bank. When I see that link, okay, I know what you do.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, that's really what I go to see. Because some people, they good at, some people would be like, I can't tell. And then you see that link, now you see why.
Right.
Okay, bet.
You know, you keep referencing Matthew, right? I want
because you started talking about him, so now
because I didn't know that before the interview started. It's like that's a huge.
I try not to mention it because I really be trying to separate the two.
You can't, nigga. That's part of your story.
It's a part of my story.
Nigga, Matthew Knowles. That's you got to understand. like, you probably don't even, but you probably do now. But nigga. I know. He's with the Jordan of managers. Like,
you're right.
So you're right. That's probably why you're so, because I'm trying to figure out why are you so good? Like, no bullshit. Like every song you played is hard. Now, and I'm trying to figure out, did that come from the artist development stage or was that after? Because you know how to rap, you know how to put the song together, you know how to pick a beat. Like, people don't even get that those are all different elements of being able to write a song. Like, and some people are good at certain parts of it and not others. You know how to do a hook, you know how to do a verse, you know how to turn up, you know how to, like, I'm like, damn, bro.
I think it kind of amazes me sometimes too, because people don't know, like, up until this moment, like I said, I've never had anybody write for me. I've never had nobody even write a hook for me.
And that's different because
you know what I'm saying?
And you know, like, I know, because Jay White is my dog.
Right. There's a lot of artists.
I've been with Jay White for 5 years. He produced for every female artist. And when I go in that studio, a lot of times it's somebody I never seen or heard of. I was in there with Coco Jones before she blew. And I watched her write songs for people and go in the studio and I'd be like, where's your music at? You fire.
Yeah.
So so for you to say you write your own music, they don't even really realize how thorough that is for real.
Right. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
But I ain't gonna lie, once I get that hit, bring in the writers.
Bring them in.
Bring them in. I need a break. I've done this for a minute. Give me a break. We could. I want to bounce off of other people's mind. I do. I just feel like right now in my life, like, I'm keeping everything in-house. I need all my money. I ain't gonna lie. That's real. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it. And I think that my biggest thing right now and how I'm able to stay doing good music is I'm a sponge. I soak in research. I've been researching and understanding what is taking off. What are people gravitating to?
Right.
What type of... And it also does depend on what type of artist you want to be. I literally just had this conversation with DJ Chose. Shout out to him. I was on the phone with him yesterday. Me and him haven't talked in a minute.
You said DJ Chose? Shout out DJ Chose, man. That's my dog.
Him. You know, and he's a record killer. He's helped a lot of female artists with their first record.
Megan Thee Stallion specifically.
Yes,
he's
and Ken, man. Like, even Monolith, like, he's done records with all of them. Yeah. And he was talking to me and he was just like, what type of artist? Because we about to cut some records together. He gonna be the first person saying this on camera that I let write something on my track. It's gonna be him. And he told me, he said, what type of artist do you want to be? He said, because we can write a trendy bop or we can make career music. And he was like, you know, what you want to do? And I'm like, I want to be a career artist. I want career music. I want timeless music. So he was like, okay, bet. He said, because that's the type of artist that I look at you as. You know, he was like, you got the full package. Like, you don't need just a TikTok bop that's going to be hot today and then gone tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make you a career type of song. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So, like, when it comes to the music, sometimes I get caught. I fall short to this. Sometimes I fall short and I be like, I want to make some dumb shit. Something dumb that I feel like gonna go up on TikTok. But then it's so hard for me to go in the booth and think too dumb. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't understand what it is. You didn't push the side button. I don't understand what it is or why it's so hard for me. But I've been trying to just be... have fun, be creative with the music. And I think that that's been helping me, and it's been allowing me to just keep making different vibes of songs. I feel like, well, I'm gonna ask you, do you feel like any of the songs you heard gave you the same vibe each song?
No, I felt like that was just different.
Right.
It was just different fire.
And that's the stage I'm in right now in my career. I keep telling everybody, I said, until I feel like I make it I make it to the point where everyone knows me for a particular song, I want to just try shit.
Yeah.
I just want to try shit and be creative.
Exposure at this point is just what you think it is? Because I feel like if anybody, again, I wasn't familiar, right?
Right.
Do you feel like it's just like people actually hear you, it's a wrap?
No, once people hear me, they fuck with me.
It's over with, yeah.
It's just getting myself out there. I think right now my biggest thing is like figuring out creative, engaging content. And I'm doing better and better, and I'm learning and I'm researching.
Yeah.
Because I did come from artist development. I did come from these things, and I came from somewhere where gimmicks wasn't respected.
Right.
Now gimmicks is everything.
It's the wave, yeah.
It's the wave. So I'm having to literally reverse my mind, and I'm like trapped sometimes, and I'm very rebellious to it. And I keep hoping that the talent just will seep through. But I'm like, no, you still have to figure out how to correlate in 2026 so that you can even get your music out there. Like, you have to figure out that balance with your social media and your content for the music. Because at the end of the day, it's the internet that's putting people on. It ain't the labels. These labels don't come into play until after the numbers and the virality is there. And then from there, they pump it. They put all the money into that song that they feel whatever is the one, that you do it. They pump it, which is cool. But if you can be like a Toby and you can create your own wave, sell out your own shows, create your own everything, you won't need that. You feel me? It just depends on like what type of artist I guess you want to be. And I'm at that point now where like whichever way God take me, I just know that I'm going to stay true to, like, authentically, like, who I am. And if, like, a label... Because I've had, deals come along. And it's like, I ain't going to lie. I got to have creative control. I got to be able to drop when I want to drop, put out what I want to put out. And I'm just not taking that. I'm not doing that.
Because that was my next question. I was like, there's no way in hell with all this good music, nobody's trying to sign you.
Yes, but... they're still waiting on that viral hit. So they still come at you with bullshit a little bit. You feel me? Gotcha. And I'm not selling myself short. I don't give a fuck how long it takes. I'm not selling myself short.
Exactly.
That's interesting, right? Because you, like I said, you had what most people will never get, which is artist development.
Yeah.
What are the pros of artist development that people don't understand?
It's crazy. I look at a lot of artists nowadays, and it sucks because a lot of them who do get that viral hit, 6 months from now, about 2% of them we still hear from, Right. And a lot of the times people think, oh, they just can't repeat that hit. No, they can't repeat that hit. It be a lot of shit on the back end that they don't know about, that they fuck up on, or they do out and about. They don't have media training. They don't know how to talk to people. People don't want to work with them. You know what I mean? It's like all these different things that come into play with being an artist that matters for your longevity, to have a career, a sustainable career and spot in history as a musical artist, not just somebody who had a couple of songs. You feel me? And I think that that's important, and no one is really like preparing these artists nowadays, Yeah. And some of them, they just get lucky, You got a person like Pluto. Her first song she ever made goes viral. What are the odds of that?
That's crazy.
The first song you ever go in the booth and write and do, you go viral from. Of course, baby girl gonna make some mistakes.
That's insane.
Of course she gonna fuck up. Of course she gonna make some mistakes. Of course she gonna piss some people off. Baby girl don't know nothing about being no artist.
Right.
So I understand circumstances, but like I said, will she be around 5 years from now? I don't know. I personally don't know. I don't want to say no, but the odds is looking like, you feel me? The odds is looking a little to the left. But anybody can come back and reinvent themselves. 2 Chainz had 2 lives when it comes to his career. Gucci Man. So like it's impossible for you to come back and reinvent yourself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta want it. You gotta want it. It gotta be in you. But yeah, I do feel like, it be affecting them. And it's important. That development stage is so important to longevity. It's like a house. You gotta have the foundation to stand up. Like, it just is what it is. Or you're gonna fall, you're gonna crack. It is what it is.
Man, that's crazy to me, yo. Like, you really got that good ass music. You don't want to be signed. You out here on the independent.
Don't put that on me. It's not that I don't want to be signed, because they always do us Texas artists like that. They say, "Oh, nobody in Texas want to be signed." That's why
we do stand on independence, though. We
do. We stand on it because we stand on business when it comes to our money and things like that, and just how we want to, do our music. Because at the end of the day, like this is what my children gonna have. That's my legacy I'm trying to create and build. And when you allow too many people inside, is when the cracks and holes get to happening. You feel me? So
in Houston, do they treat you like royalty?
Not really. I think that there are some people who very much so respect me, very much so want to see me win, very much so understand this is that. Look, Chose, I'm putting you out. I'm putting you on the hot plate right now. We just had this conversation yesterday. He literally don't know this, but he made me cry on the phone. I don't know if he know that I was crying, but he made me cry. Because he said, you are so talented, and I know they hate on you. He said, they don't want to stand next to you because they're afraid of what you're going to become. They don't want you to pass them up. So the hate that you get, you got that underdog hate, he said. And I always want the underdog to win. So that's why he was like, I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he stepped into play now, because he like, bro, I'm tired of people playing on your top. I'm tired of people acting like you ain't one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? So when he said that, I was like, boo. I had to put the phone on mute because I'm like, boo, crying. You feel me? Because I'm just like, bro, like, I'm glad somebody else is saying this, because this is what I've always feel, but I'm big on manifestation and I'm big on positive thinking. So I try not to think negative. I try not to even put it out there. I try not to say it. Even when I do interviews and stuff, I don't say it. You feel me? Like, I don't talk about, oh, they don't treat me right in Houston. They did it. I don't say none of that. You feel me? I say who for me, who support me, gonna support me. That's it. And I appreciate anybody who do. You feel me? So I just feel like Houston is a very it's a popularity contest in Houston. We have a lot of female artists. They got the social media presence, but the numbers ain't there. But the promoter, they gonna look at my page, they gonna look at their page, they gonna go over this way just because of, oh, she got almost 1 million followers. She gonna she gonna bring them out. Girl got a show and ain't nobody there to see her. She got 1 million followers. Nobody there to see her perform. You didn't pay this girl to come because you seen her social media presence. You feel like, it's like nobody does research anymore when they're booking artists or doing certain stuff, or they're just going off of the clout. So it's like, it sometimes fucks with a person like my head, because it's like, damn, like, it makes me just want to independently just do everything on my own. That's why I like with shows, I'm very picky with shows. I'm fortunate enough to have a girlfriend who throws events, who's been a curator for almost 10 years, who knows how to pack out a warehouse. You feel me? Shout out to Vice Breezy, yes, because I have that. So I don't have to worry about how to do certain things when it comes to like my brand and artistry on an independent route. Like, to this day, she does tours. She's done tours for numerous artists. We working on a tour for me right now. Like, I don't have to worry about those things. I'm blessed because a lot of artists don't have what I have on the back end next to me. So I don't always just when I sleep at night, I'm not worried about like, oh, who fuck with me in the city or how I'm going through this or this. Yeah, it's making it harder for me. Yeah, I'm sure that there's a lot of people in the background that be hating because I hear about it. You know, every once in a while things seep through me because people feel like, oh, what makes her so special or what, like, you know, I be hearing, people be telling me little things, but I don't give a fuck. Like, like I really don't. So it's like, I be cool on it. But like I said, I'm blessed enough to have these things in my corner. And I know that it's just like, I'm waiting to pull certain, I guess what you could say, bullets out the bag. I'm waiting to pull certain things out because I know that like, it's a timing thing with things. Right now, my biggest thing is touching other people's fan bases. That's why I've been doing a lot more features and collabs right now. Getting my face out there in different markets outside of Texas. And just doing those things. And it might be a slow boogie to some, but for me, I feel like it's like the perfect pace that I need to go, because I feel like there was a lot of things that I had to learn about myself as a solo artist this last like 2 years of my life. And I don't know if I would have gotten like worldwide famous 2 years ago, I probably would not have been able to handle the industry like I can like now. You know what I'm saying? Like my insecurities and my mental, that had to be built up. I had to go through some things. I had to be punctured a little bit, hit a little, you feel me? Like I had to go through some things. Like now it's like I'm ready for war. You feel me? Like I'm ready.
So for people who are tapping in right now, right? They're probably like, what are some songs that you have that you would refer them to? Like if you was like, hey man, I'm Sunni Tha Rapper, check these songs out first.
I'm for sure going with Thick and I'm from Texas. Them is my top 2 stream songs. Them are the 2 that naturally like people gravitated to, naturally kind of went up on its own. And they're both really great songs, like honestly. So yeah, them my top 2.
Okay. What was the songs that we played? Because I ain't gonna lie. There was some shit in there.
Thick was out. We played Thick. We played I'm from Texas. We played Big Fine Party. We played Lick for Lick.
Okay.
We played I Can't Relate. That thing be
I Can't Relate with Cartel Bo.
Yeah.
Link with Cartel Bo, man. Shout out Cartel Bo, man.
That's my guy.
Yeah,
he not a hating ass nigga.
Yeah.
He literally just seen the talent. Fucked with me, DM me like, let's do a track you hard.
That's tough. That's fire.
Yeah.
It should be more of that going on.
That's what I'm saying.
It definitely should be that going on. So for you, like, is there a project coming? What are you promoting? You down here. What are you doing? Like, you promote what we got going on?
I'm promoting, of course, my single, Give It Up with me and Rolly. I just dropped the video. So please go check that out.
Shout out Rolly. We had her on the platform. She I think she's a million views.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
She went dumb.
She gonna give it to you.
Come
just
back,
like
Rolly.
it is, for real.
Full back up, goddamn.
She's definitely, like I said, she's amazing. I could talk about her all day. Yeah. But she's amazing.
She's authentic. That's why people fuck with her.
Authentic.
Yeah.
She ain't K. She is not for the fake shit. Sometimes you might be like, damn, brother, that was a little mean. But like, you understand the background. Like, you gotta kind of be like that in that world. When people always want to use you and always want something from you, you have to be a little more guarded than the average person. So I really don't even get mad at her sometimes. When I be seeing something like, damn, D-Rolly, that was a little mean. But I be like, you know what, Fred, do your big one. Like, do your big one. But yeah, I got an album that I am getting ready to drop at the end of March. It's called Vixen. I'm so excited because this is like a really fun project for me because, I don't know, me growing up, I grew up watching BET. I grew up watching music videos and I grew up watching video vixens. And them, like, before it was influencers and it girls and things, we had vixens. And we had them top vixens that every nigga had in their videos. They were the top bitches. You was the bitches you want at your party or whatever the case may be. They were the it girls. And everything always just kind of centered around them. And they always had this certain aura and vibe about them that even to this day, they're respected, you know? So it's like the album is a nostalgic feel that gave me as a child, and just being the it girl, being that vixen when you walk in the room. You know what I'm saying? Because the vixen is the it girl. It's all eyes on you, bitch. And I be feeling like that when I walk in the room. So it's like, I just wanted to give that vibe. And it's also me even giving a different vibe a little bit with the music because I'm kind of sing rapping, and I've never really done that much. I think I did maybe one song. Nope, feature. Never did my song actually with singing rapping. So it's a lot more of that on there. A lot of more, you know, vibey stuff. So yeah, I'm excited for that. So be on the lookout for that. Vixen dropping at the end of March.
Okay. We gonna show love over here. Just send it to us. We gonna definitely help promote that.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that Sunni Tha Rapper gets into? Acting?
I also got a song dropping. Hold on.
Yeah.
My new song dropping February 13th. It's called Little Houston Baby.
Nigga, that's like next week.
I know. I just thought about it. Whoa. That's what the hell I should have been.
Oh, by the way. Oh, shit. Yeah.
February 13th. I don't know if this video be out by there, but February 13th. Little Houston Baby.
Yeah.
Is popping out. And I'm so excited because this is the first track of me popping out singing on there.
Okay.
And it is a Drake remake. It's like a Drake sample under there. And I got my boy Lil Pat singing under there.
Oh, shout out to Mr. Rodeo.
Yeah. Yes. That's my guy. We make great music together. He's also helped me with a couple songs on my album. So, yeah, I'm super excited for that. It's a whole nother, like, I'm a little afraid because it's something different for me. But I've snippeted it on my page a couple times, and they're fucking with it. So I know that they're gonna fuck with it.
That's what's up. Is there anything else that Sunni Tha Rapper gets into? Acting, merch. Is there anything else? Any way
I got new merch dropping.
Come on now.
HBIC Society line that I'm getting ready to drop because it's like, why not? Like everybody out here trying to crown shit. Let me crown all the HBIC shit. And I keep wearing these damn 2-piece sets of everybody else. Who the fuck is G? I don't even know who G is, but G will be on my ass and on my titties all the time. I got all the G sets, all the baddie sets. I'm about to make my own set because I'm the HBIC. So we got some baddie outfits dropping soon. So yeah, be on the lookout for that.
That's what's up.
Yeah, what else? The project coming. And I'll be at South by Southwest. Check me out there. Yeah, we got a lot of shit coming up, but that's the shit I can think of right now.
Man, that's what it is, man. You know, it's so crazy. Like I said, I'm so dope. I'm so glad you came and did this. I just learned about another dope ass artist. You do kind of already have like the Houston archetype as far as like you gonna make it, nigga. We like I said, but hey, when you make it, don't be Hollywood though, nigga.
No, I'm really not. It's not even in me to be.
Okay, all right.
You feel me? Like it's not even in me to be.
I'm here by LA.
I ain't gonna lie. I can never be
at the Grammys.
I can never be Hollywood with anybody unless you shitted on me and you disrespected me.
That's what's up.
I'm a Libra. I'm petty. You shitted on me, you disrespected me, I'm gonna make you feel that shit. And I'm gonna make you feel it from my silence and my... Okay?
Yeah. And all the... I want you to look directly into this camera for all the Houston motherfuckers that hated on you. Talk to them right quick.
No, for real. All Houston motherfuckers that hated on me, yeah.
Because they gonna see this interview like, how the fuck she get on...
You
know they gonna say that. Man, how the fuck she get on...
They gonna be like, what? That's supposed to be me. That's supposed to be me. Hey, you supposed to be here. You gotta work.
You gotta work. Gotta put that work in.
I be looking at stuff all the time too, like waiting on my time. I never ever question why somebody else got something and I don't. That mentality has always baffled me with people. It's like you don't know how many bitches be selling their soul to get to where they go. I'm okay with my slow boogie road. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't want to have to be doing half the shit these bitches be doing sometimes to get in the rooms that they get in. I see it, I know it, I hear it, I've been there. I've talked to women who have regretted certain things, and it's like I don't want to do that. So I be thankful sometimes that like I'm on my own time with this. Although of course we always want what we want when we want it, but I know that God's timing is His timing. So
that's what it is, man. You know what? Again, super dope artist out of H. Hey, we really love and appreciate you, but you know this is the best part. You are a real life